Sometimes just trying to improve your life makes people uncomfortable, and they show it. Do you ever feel like the more people know about your life, the more they think they can comment on it? You start something new, they joke. You change a habit, they question it. You share a goal, everyone suddenly has advice. Most of the time, they're not trying to hurt you, they just don't understand you. And honestly, that noise can mess with your head. That's why sometimes the best thing you can do is go quiet. Not disappear out of fear, but step back on purpose. Pull away from the noise. Not to run, but to rebuild. And the great thing is, you don't have to explain it to anyone. Just start making small changes, in silence, in peace. Stop looking for people's approval. I know how that feels. We're trained to care what others think. It's normal, but it's not helpful. Instead, ask yourself, would the future version of me be proud of what I'm doing today? That's your guide. Also, protect your goals. When they're new, they're fragile at the start. Too much talking, too much attention can stop them from growing properly. Keep them close. Keep them to yourself. And when the results finally show, keep it for yourself. Not for likes, not for praise, just yours. Same goes for your struggles. It's okay to not be okay. But you don't need to talk about every time you struggle. Not because it's wrong, but because getting better and healing quietly can actually make you stronger. You learn how to back yourself. You build strength, and that helps you grow. Once you've stepped back from the noise, it's time to be clear about what you want. Not what looks cool, not what everyone else is chasing. What do you want? For your body, for your mind, your money, your relationships. Write down what you want for your life. Keep that list private, but somewhere you'll see it every day. Then, change how you live. Not overnight, not all at once. Just shift things, piece by piece. Wake up a little earlier. Change who you listen to. Start learning. Start tracking. Show up, even if it's just for 10 minutes a day. And if you miss a day, that's okay. Just try again the next day. It makes a difference in time. And little by little, the way you think starts to shift. At first, it might feel lonely. You might wonder if anyone sees it. You might question if it's worth it. But over time, you start to enjoy it. The peace, the focus, the feeling that you're doing things your way. And that's when it starts to make sense. You're not doing this for attention. You're doing it because you finally care what you think. You'll still show up, but not for applause, not to prove anything, just as you are. And people will notice, even if you don't say anything. So here's the message. Step back, go quiet, rebuild. And if you come back, do it your way, on your terms. But if you don't, if you're happy where you are, that's more than fine. Because maybe the real win is realizing you never needed the attention at all. Sometimes the best thing you can do is pull back and go quiet for a little while. Not to give up, but to come back stronger. And if no one claps when you do, be proud of yourself. You earned it. I'm with you. Whenever you're ready, I'll be here.
You're no longer waiting. Not for a message. Not for an explanation. Not for them to notice you. Used to control your mind? It doesn't anymore. Because you're not missing anything. You're just done giving your energy to people who never gave it back. This is letting go. Not closing your heart, but choosing to protect your peace. It's the quiet skill of staying calm while life moves around you. The transformation. Picture the change. You hear the criticism, the silence, the rejection, but it doesn't sting. You see their distance, their chaos, their choices, but it doesn't pull you in. Where you once felt anger, confusion, or a need to fix it, now there's stillness, a calm that says, I am enough. The world is loud, but you stay calm. Their words, once sharp like knives, now fade away like smoke. Their absence, once a heavy ache, now feels like open space. You're not numb. You're not bitter. You're just free. The energy shift. This isn't about not caring. It's about saving your care for things that care back. It's about understanding that their opinions, their praise, their silence were never your responsibility. Feel the lightness, the overthinking, quiet, the waiting for apologies, gone. The need to prove you're good enough, it fades. You're no longer tied to their attention, their behavior, their moods. This is freedom. Your world doesn't depend on them anymore. The energy you gave away, you've taken it back. Now it fuels your joy, your people, your forgotten dreams. The surprise discovery. And here's the surprise. You don't miss them the way you thought you would. Not because they didn't matter, but because you finally see the truth. You don't need them to feel whole. You see them clearly now, not as you hoped they'd be, but as they are. And the situation, not as you dreamed it could be, but as it truly is. This isn't loss. It's clarity. It's peace. The space opens up, and then something changes. The space they left behind, the one you thought would break you, starts to feel different. Not empty, not cold, but open. Open for joy, open for growth, open for you. At first, it feels strange. You expect pain when their name comes up. You expect tightness in your chest. But instead, there's nothing. Just peace. The real truth. The pain wasn't in what happened. It was in your resistance to it. It was in holding on to the idea that they'd change, that they'd come back, that they'd finally see your worth. But hope like that becomes a trap. It keeps you stuck in waiting, in wondering, in hurt. You hoped they'd reach out. They didn't. You wished they'd apologize, but they wouldn't. You wanted them to change, but that hurt more than anything they actually did. The real pain was holding on to what could have been. The liberation. Let go of those hopes, and the struggle ends. You don't need them to change for you to be okay. You don't need their love to know your worth. You don't need their presence to feel peace. And suddenly, you're free. Your mind might resist this. It'll say, But it wasn't supposed to end this way. But that's just the past, trying to stay alive. The truth? They were always going to be who they are. And you were always meant to be who you are. Complete. Strong. Enough. The new understanding. Letting go doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you stop letting their choices decide your peace. You can love. You can grieve. You can remember. But you don't have to carry it anymore. Letting go isn't about losing love. It's about losing the need for control. You stop chasing the version of them you built in your mind. You stop clinging to the ending you thought you needed. And in that surrender, something beautiful happens. Peace comes, not from getting closure, not from fixing the past, but from no longer needing either. The final freedom. There's quiet strength in giving up the fight. When you stop pushing against reality, reality stops pushing back. When you stop hoping someone will be more than they are, you stop being hurt by who they're not. You don't close your heart. You just stop giving it away to people who keep dropping it. This is the art of letting go. And this is your freedom. You're a good person. You help others. You give second chances. But somehow, these same toxic people keep finding you. They drain your energy, twist your words, leave you questioning your own sanity. Why does this keep happening, even when you're working so hard to grow? Here's the brutal truth nobody talks about. It's not about them. It's about the invisible sign you're carrying, one that says, take what you want. I won't stop you. The signals you're broadcasting without even realizing it. I'm going to show you how to stop being a magnet for toxic people and finally reclaim your peace. Toxic people are emotional predators with laser focus. They can sense vulnerability from miles away. They're looking for people who apologize for existing, feel guilty for having needs, give infinite chances to people who deserve none, light themselves on fire to keep others warm. You're not broken. You're just carrying a neon sign that says, I'm available for your chaos. And here's the dark truth. They don't want to heal with you. They want to feed off you. Here's how it works. They press on your pain and wait for the show. Do you defend yourself? They win. Do you try to prove you're right? They win bigger. Do you get upset? That's the jackpot. Every reaction confirms, I still have control over this person. But here's what flips the entire game. When you give them nothing, when you're steady and still, they panic. Staying calm when someone's verbally attacking you feels impossible. But you can train your nervous system not to bite the bait. Here's your new emotional armor. Breathe slowly while they lose their cool. Write your rage. Then delete it. Say, interesting perspective, and nothing else. Master the art of calm silence. Walk away without giving a single explanation. Your peace becomes their poison. It makes their chaos useless. Want to get toxic people out of your life fast? Become boring. When you stop feeding their need for drama, they lose interest. It's like canceling their favorite show. You didn't fight. You didn't block. You just stopped reacting. When they can't trigger you anymore, they'll say you've changed, that you're cold, distant, selfish. Good. That's your victory song. Here's what changes everything. You attract what you are. When you're scattered inside, you attract chaos. But when you're grounded and calm, you pull in people who protect your energy, people who contribute, not consume, people who want depth, not control. If your peace makes someone uncomfortable, that tells you everything. It's like switching from a horror movie to a nature documentary. Same screen, whole new reality. You don't have to announce your transformation. You don't have to explain your growth. You don't need permission to protect your peace. Just live it. Let your energy speak before you do. Let your silence echo louder than their shouting. Let your peace say what your words no longer need to. You're not being cold. You're being clear. The old you tried to be understood by everyone. The new you only cares if the right people get it. Your peace is your superpower, your boundaries, or your shield. Your presence speaks before you even enter the room. You don't chase. You don't explain. You don't engage. You just exist in your power. And people who rely on control, they don't know how to handle that. Starting tomorrow, try one thing. Count to 10 before responding to anything that triggers you. Say no without justifying it. Let someone be completely wrong about you and stay silent. Walk away from one argument you would usually join. That's how transformation begins, in the quiet moments no one sees. You don't need to fight for peace. You just have to stop feeding the war. When you do that, toxic people don't just leave your life. They can't even find you anymore because you're no longer speaking their language. The power was always yours. You just had to remember how to use it. Pause. Breathe. Now picture the one who shattered you and still felt like home. They were your everything. You thought you were broken. You weren't. Your soul chose this bond for a reason. Stay with me until the end. I'll show you how to break this cycle forever and take your power back. Millions have felt it, that overwhelming connection that burns too bright and ends in silence. This isn't chance. This is a karmic relationship, a soul contract written before this life to heal what couldn't be healed alone. But here's what traps most people. They confuse intensity with love. It's not love. It's an assignment. You know this pain. It feels like deja vu, like you've lived it 1,000 times. Because you have. This is the karmic loop, and here's how it shows up. Instant obsession. They're under your skin before they speak. Emotional chaos. Bliss and despair on the same day. Familiar ache. Pain that feels older than your bones. Magnetic pull. You walk away. And still, they haunt you. Soul fatigue. Exhaustion that sleep won't cure. This isn't heartbreak. This is your soul demanding you heal. If this feels true, subscribe. We do deep healing here. You've been there. You blocked them. Maybe even left the city. But they're still inside you. Because you're not just remembering. You're connected by karmic cords, invisible threads, ancient ties. You feel their sadness before they speak. You dream what they deny. You carry their chaos like it's yours. Brain doctors call it trauma bonding. Spiritual teachers call it soul memory. I call it what it is, a prison. But here's the truth.
If you can feel it, you can release it. Karmic relationships follow the same brutal path. Always. Stage 1. The spark. I know you without words. Stage 2. The high. Nothing matters but them. Stage 3. The war. Every wound reopened. Stage 4. The mirror. You face what you've buried. Stage 5. The choice. Heal or repeat. Most never leave stage 3. They think pain means passion. It doesn't. The pain is the lesson. Sadhguru says, your relationships mirror your inner peace or chaos. That rage, it's where you gave your power away. That ache, it's showing where you abandon yourself. Dr. Nicole Lepera says they reflect trauma still living in your nervous system. They didn't come to complete you. They came to reveal you, change what you accept, and everything shifts. And then it hits you, the moment of clarity. This was never about them. It was about you, remembering who you are. You realize you've been addicted to pain, and now you're choosing peace instead. This is the moment when you stop chasing closure and start claiming clarity. This isn't punishment. It's an invitation to become who you were born to be. Warning, not every karmic tie is safe. Some become cages, control, gaslighting, abuse. That's not a lesson. That's danger. The test isn't to stay. It's to save yourself. No past life justifies present pain. Walk away. Call for help. You deserve safe love. Always. Let's break the cycle. Here's how. Name the pattern. Say it. This taught me I fear being left. Cut the cord. Picture the thread snapping. Say, I release you, and I release me. Forgive the assignment, not the person, the experience. Guard your light. Set boundaries. They protect love, not block it. Trust your knowing. Your soul whispers when the lesson's complete. Tonight, write the letter. Say it all, then burn it. That's not the end. It's your becoming. This didn't destroy you. It awakened you. You don't need their closure, or apology, or return. You need you. Whole. Real. Here. Some karmic bonds break. Some evolve. But this time, you choose. Because healing, that's your superpower. The lock was never real. You've had the key all along. You're not a victim. You're a creator. Tell us below, what did your karmic relationship teach you? Your story might be someone else's key. Subscribe for more soul-deep transformation. Because this journey, it's just beginning. You are not stuck. You are not broken. You are rising. Your soul is writing a new story.
This isn't another motivational video. This is an intervention. Look around you. The world is filled with males who never became men. Weak, distracted, comfortable, lost. And deep down, you fear becoming one of them. That feeling in your gut right now, that's not anxiety. That's the real man inside you. desperate to break free. He carries weight without complaint. He builds when everything is falling apart. He stands firm when others run. But most importantly, he chooses hard discipline in a world drowning in easy comfort. Society doesn't hand you manhood. It actively takes it away from you. You're born with raw drive, but over the years, school teaches you to sit still. Media tells you strength is toxic. Screens steal your focus. Comfort kills your hunger. This isn't just words on a screen. This is your wake-up call. This is the moment you stop waiting for permission to be a man and start fighting to earn it. You are not what happened to you. You are who you became in response to it. Let me tell you about Jake. He was stuck, not because he lacked talent, but because he blamed everything but himself. His boss didn't see his worth. His relationships kept failing. He covered it up with distractions. Jake thought the world was against him, but deep down he knew he was the one holding himself back. The day he owned that truth, everything changed. Every man has a story, pain, mistakes, absence. Maybe your father wasn't there. Maybe you were raised in a world that told you your strength was toxic, your instincts wrong. That ends today. A man doesn't blame, he builds. He doesn't wait, he acts. And even if the world told you to sit still, stay soft, stay quiet, you can stand up now. Responsibility is the first breath of manhood. Take responsibility. Every failure, every weakness, every missed workout, every broken promise. Not with guilt, with ownership. That's power. And that power builds something even greater, unshakable mental strength. You will feel fear, doubt, lust, anger. You'll want to quit. That's normal. And sometimes those feelings will overwhelm you. When they do, remember this. Getting help when you truly need it isn't weakness. It's tactical wisdom. A warrior knows when to call for reinforcements. The strongest men have the courage to reach out before they break. Then they get back in the fight, stronger. But your response to pain is where manhood is born. Jake used to crumble under pressure. One bad day at work and he'd spiral. Fast food, video games, silence. But he learned to see pressure as training. Instead of avoiding it, he embraced it. He leaned into pain and found clarity through the storm. A man trains his mind like he trains his body. He doesn't avoid stress. He faces it and sharpens himself through it. Face discomfort on purpose. Cut out the noise. Silence the negative thoughts through daily stillness. Breathe. Be aware. Kill the inner critic with repetition and work. And when you want to cover it up with distraction, with porn, with sugar, with scrolling, choose the battle instead. Not violence, inner battle. The fight between who you are now and who you're meant to be. And every time you show up to that battle and give it everything you've got, even when you're tired, you win. Pain is not your enemy. It's your greatest teacher. Look at any man you truly respect. See his scars, physical, emotional, mental. He didn't just survive them. He used them to build his armor. The soft men run from hardship. The strong men run toward it. Suffering isn't a mistake that needs fixing. It's the fire that hardens you. Your struggles aren't punishment. They're preparation. The weight that breaks weak men is the same weight that strengthens great ones. No pressure, no diamond. No struggle, no strength. No pain, no power. When life hits you with its worst, don't ask for an easier path. Ask for a stronger back. Most people spiral because they choose to give up. Heartbreak, failure, loss, they don't ruin you. Your response to them does. Spiral or sharpen. Pain can destroy you or define you. Choose growth over decay. When life hits you hard, don't ask, "Why me?" Ask, "What now?" Ask, "How can I use this?" The strongest men weren't born that way. They were broken, then rebuilt themselves, stronger at the broken places. Your body is the first thing you learn to control. It shows the world how you live. Jake stopped treating his body like an afterthought. He started small, early mornings, 5 push-ups, 10-minute walks. It wasn't about muscles. It was about proving to himself that he could keep a promise. You don't have to be a bodybuilder. You don't have to be a fighter. But you do have to be a disciplined man in the flesh. Wake early. Train when it's cold. Sweat before the sun rises. Eat like you respect your engine. Rest like you value your future. The body is where confidence starts, where power gets directed, where your focus grows every time you pick up the iron and don't put it down. A strong man can lift his future, his family, and his brothers. If you can't even lift yourself out of bed, start there. You're not tired, you're just undisciplined. You're not broken, you've just been lied to about your power. Most of what feels like weakness is just unused strength, buried under distraction. What good is strength without honor? This is the part no one talks about, the quiet part, the hard part. Jake faced it when he had the chance to cheat on a test. No one would have known, but he walked away. That day, he didn't earn a grade. He earned integrity. Telling the truth when it would be easier to lie. Showing up when no one is watching. Apologizing first. Forgiving quickly. Leading even when it costs you. You want to be masculine? Be reliable. Be humble. Be strong-minded with love and slow to speak with ego. Every real man is hated by cowards who fear his standards, and respected by the wise who recognize his worth. One man's opinion of you lasts a day. Your character lasts a lifetime. Become the kind of man others trust in crisis. Be the man whose handshake means something. Self-improvement is the highest form of love. If you love your woman, improve yourself. Actions speak louder than gestures. Show love by becoming capable, not by offering empty romance or words. A man's love means nothing unless he is capable. Protection with power is meaningless. Love without strength is just words. That heartbreak that crushed you, it wasn't meant to destroy you. It was meant to rebuild you. Women reflect your current reality. They respond to what you are, not what you say you are. When they walk away, don't curse the mirror. Fix what it showed you. Don't get bitter, get better. Don't get angry, get answers. Don't blame them. Build yourself. Men don't receive love simply for existing. We earn it through what we become. And that hard truth is actually your advantage. It forces you to grow. It pushes you to improve. The hunger for respect drives you toward greatness. Your value isn't given to you at birth. You build it through countless daily choices. Every emotional wound is an opportunity to reflect and upgrade. Pain should provoke self-examination, not blame. Real men analyze their role in the loss and level up. You don't need motivation, you need standards. Discipline keeps you steady. You've chased approval from others. You've chased ease. And you ended up empty. Because you were made for mission. Jake thought pleasure would make him happy, but every time he got what he wanted, he felt emptier. Until he found what he was willing to suffer for. That became his purpose. That gave him life. Before the girl, before the car, before the likes and followers, ask this: what am I here to build? Purpose isn't some passion that comes and goes with your mood. It's the mission you embrace that gives your days direction. It's what you can't stop thinking about. The problem in the world you want to solve. The mark you're meant to leave. Define it. Write it down. Speak it aloud. And build a life that serves it. Don't give your best energy to distraction. Do not sell your strength for comfort. Your goal has to matter more than comfort. And here's the truth. When you focus on purpose, pleasure comes anyway. But when you chase pleasure, purpose disappears. We live in a world obsessed with cheap thrills, with chasing quick happiness instead of lasting legacy. But a man with purpose isn't hunting for the next distraction. His deepest satisfaction comes from achievement, not entertainment. That's why I don't wake up asking, what would be fun today? I wake up asking, what needs to be built today? Real men find their joy in purpose, not just pleasure. While others chase weekend fun, you're building something that outlasts you. While they recover from Friday night, you're up early Saturday laying the foundation for your future. I wake up focused on what must be done, who's counting on me, and what mountain I need to climb next. The world doesn't reward potential. It rewards performance. Don't just be someone who dreams. Be someone with results. You don't become a man through comfort. You become a man through real effort. Jake gave up late nights, junk food, and the constant need for approval. It hurt, but on the other side of those sacrifices, clear mind, strength, direction. Sacrifice sleep. Sacrifice porn. Let go of excuses. Let go of needing people to get you. Every man you admire gave something up to gain what mattered. You have to do the same. The modern world breeds weak men by removing all obstacles. Put them back. Choose the weight. Choose the fire. Choose the silence. Because every day you delay sacrifice, you also delay greatness. You don't get what you want. You get what you work for. The universe rewards consistent, focused effort, not half-hearted attempts followed by excuses. You're not failing because you tried your best. You're failing because you lied to yourself about trying your best. Real effort leaves results. Fake effort leaves regret. Here's the truth about this path. You will fail. You will miss days. You will make mistakes and backslide. That's not the end of your journey. It's part of it. What separates great men from everyone else isn't perfection. It's getting back up faster each time they fall. Don't expect a straight line. Expect a battlefield with victories and setbacks. Just make sure you're still advancing when the dust settles. You were never meant to walk alone. Every warrior had a tribe. Every king had counsel. Every soldier had a squad. Jake found a circle of men who wouldn't let him lie to himself. They called him higher, held him steady, helped him grow. You need men in your life who call you out, not just cheer you on. Men who say, "You're better than this." This journey is brutal when you're isolated. But when you walk with brothers who are walking the same path, you become unstoppable. Find them, build with them, share your struggles. Become men making each other stronger. And if no one has said this to you lately, read this slowly. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you for getting up today, even though your mind and body were screaming at you not to. I'm proud of you for keeping your head up, even when it felt easier to lower it. I'm proud of you for stepping out of your comfort zone, even when your anxiety was through the roof. I'm proud of you for still being kind in a world that hasn't always been kind to you. I'm proud of you for still believing in love, even after being burned by people who said they never would. I'm proud of you for wanting to heal from pain you never deserved. And I'm proud of you for simply existing. Because some days, just being here is a huge victory. Don't worship your heroes. Exceed them. You don't need me. You can do all this without me. If your idol vanishes, your progress shouldn't. Be the man you look up to. Nobody gives a damn about you until you make them. Harsh truth, but necessary. Stop waiting. No one's coming. Get up. Build yourself. Force the world to respect you. No one is coming to save you. Not your parents, not your partner, not your mentors. Only you can rescue your future. You must become the kind of man who rescues himself, and then builds a legacy no one can ignore. You came into this world as a boy. You won't automatically leave it as a man. That transformation is not given. It's earned. Every single day. No one is coming to save you or make it happen. No one is handing you your power. You have to build it yourself, fight for it yourself, and show up for the battle every single day. There is a stronger, better man inside you right now. He's not waiting for Monday morning. He's not waiting for New Year's Day. He's waiting for one thing only: your decision. Today is the day. Right now is the moment. No more excuses. No more delays. Stand up. Step up. Start now. This isn't about feeling motivated for a day. This is about finding your purpose for life. This is about waking up the warrior inside you. This is your time. Take action. Become more. The world needs men again. If you've got fire in you, you can let it burn everything down, or you can train it, aim it, and build something that matters. The best men aren't harmless. The best men are dangerous, but they have it under control. You don't make men safe by making them weak. You make men safe by making them strong and disciplined. A real man does what he must, not what he feels like. Discipline isn't about liking the task. It's about honoring the duty. Men without emotional control aren't harmless. They're dangerous. An emotionally steady man is calm under pressure. A reactive man destroys what he should protect. It is your duty as a man to become strong, good-hearted, and respectful of higher power. Not because it's easy, but because it's what this world and your family needs from you. Discipline is the highest form of self-respect. When you choose purpose over pleasure, you're not just building success, you're telling yourself that your life is worth the fight. If you don't kill the weak version of you, he will kill your future. You can't build a legacy while protecting the parts of you that need to die. Most men will live and die as nobodies because they never made the hard decision to change. They didn't run out of time, they ran out of courage. But that doesn't have to be your story. Your story starts right now, with the decision you make in this moment. Will you choose the path of most men, or will you choose to become the exception? The clock is ticking. What's your answer? Start here. First, tomorrow morning, wake up 1 hour earlier than usual. Use that time for yourself, not your phone, not work, not distractions. Then, write down the 3 weaknesses holding you back. Be brutally honest. Then pick one to attack this week. Third, reach out to one man you respect and ask him to meet for a conversation. No small talk. Tell him you're working to become better. Ask questions. Listen. Don't overthink it. Don't wait for motivation. Just do these 3 things. Then come back for more.
Have you ever felt someone's presence, even when they're miles away? A sudden chill, their name whispered in your mind. A dream so vivid, it feels like a visitation. Picture a love so profound, it defies time and reality itself. 2 souls, once unified, torn apart before birth, now searching across lifetimes, drawn together by an invisible thread that neither distance nor time can sever. When they finally meet, the world shifts. A spark, a knowing glance, that eerie sense of recognition. Some say they communicate without words, feel each other's heartbeat across oceans, dream identical dreams on the same night. Whisper without sound. This is the enigmatic realm of twin flames, where love transcends the ordinary and connection feels cosmic. Sarah never believed in soulmates until she couldn't deny it anymore.
I was alone in my apartment, thinking of him, when I felt his hand on my shoulder. I could feel the warmth, the weight of it. But he was thousands of miles away. Then my phone rang. It was him. He'd just woken from a dream where he was comforting me. The exact same moment. How do you explain something like that?
Stories like Sarah's echo across cultures and continents. The sudden call from someone you were just thinking of. The identical thoughts that occur simultaneously. The overwhelming sensation of their emotion flooding through you when they're in crisis. Yet they're nowhere near. From ancient mystics to modern spiritual seekers, the twin flame connection is described as the ultimate soul bond, a telepathic link that operates beyond physical laws. 2 halves of one original soul, destined to recognize, reunite, and reignite. But is it destiny, or just a beautiful story we've told ourselves? But beneath the enchantment, questions flicker like shadows. Can 2 people really communicate telepathically? Feel each other's physical pain across continents? Is this profound spiritual truth, or simply the most beautiful illusion we've created? What if we gently peel back the veil of magic? What if we examine this phenomenon, not just through the lens of mysticism, but through the precise focus of scientific inquiry. For over a century, science has pursued telepathy, from Victorian psychic laboratories to cutting-edge brain-to-brain interface technology. Some experiments hint at strange connections, but nothing conclusive. Nothing that proves two lovers can transmit thoughts through the ether.
What we do observe is that human brains are exquisitely wired to detect patterns. We notice and remember when coincidences align, yet forget the countless times they don't. When we know someone intimately, we unconsciously track their habits, expressions, and emotional rhythms, like a dance we've memorized without realizing we've learned the steps.
Psychology finds no substantiated evidence for the twin flame phenomenon, no measurable telepathic bond. What feels like supernatural mind reading might actually be an extraordinary form of emotional attunement, or our pattern-seeking minds connecting dots that may not actually be there. This deep connection feels magical, and in many ways, it is, just not in the way we might initially think. The deeper truth. When we forge profound connections with another person, something remarkable does happen. Our brains literally begin to synchronize. Scientists call it neural coupling, like two musicians finding perfect harmony, no conductor needed.
What many interpret as telepathy is actually your brain's remarkable ability to predict and understand someone it knows intimately. When two people attune to each other with this depth, they can anticipate thoughts, finish sentences, and sense emotions with what seems like supernatural accuracy.
Perhaps the most astonishing truth is this: these profound connections don't require mystical explanations to be utterly extraordinary. So, is the twin flame phenomenon merely a myth? Perhaps. Perhaps not. But what if the real power of twin flames isn't found in cosmic destiny, but in what it reveals about the depths of human connection?
I thought what we had was supernatural magic, but now I see it might be something even more extraordinary: the profound depth of human connection when we truly allow ourselves to be seen.
A relationship that mirrors our deepest wounds, a connection that catalyzes growth, a narrative that speaks to our most profound longing: to be truly seen, deeply known, completely accepted, because the ultimate twin flame might not be another soul at all, but the sacred union of your own heart and mind. Perhaps the true wonder isn't two souls communicating telepathically across vast distances. Perhaps it's two separate beings coming to know each other so profoundly that the boundaries between them blur and dissolve, not through mystical magic, but through the equally miraculous reality of human connection. And isn't that the greatest mystery worth exploring?
You are the strength of your world. You are the quiet center of your world. Not your possessions, not the money. You. Your breath, your clarity, your stillness, your love. The more you appreciate who you are, the more the world reflects that back. Because your energy feels steady. Because your energy speaks for you. You are the value, not what you earn, not what you prove, but because of what you bring to this moment. Your energy, your presence, your way of seeing. Life feels your energy, quietly, softly, and it responds in ways that speak without words. Appreciation brings out the best, and the first thing you need to appreciate is yourself. Not someday, not after success. Now, because your vibration doesn't wait for permission. You want to live with excitement? Begin by being at peace with what already is. Not because it's perfect, but because it's the ground you'll rise from, the starting place. Peace isn't the finish line. It's where you start. Life doesn't reflect your wishes. It reflects your frequency. You are the beginning, the silent pulse that shapes the sound. And the more you value yourself, the more the world responds in harmony. Not because it owes you, but because it recognizes the signal. They told you to plan for the future, but did you ever make space for your own becoming? You are the focus, the spark, the foundation everything builds from. And like a tree, you reach for the light, but your strength comes from the roots. Both are needed to grow. Clarity once felt ordinary. Now it feels rare, precious. But what if we made it valuable again? Not with paychecks and price tags, but with clear minds, calm hearts, honest conversations. What if that became our new definition of wealth? The kind that grounds us, connects us. This isn't a push to chase more. It's a reminder that you don't need to fix the whole world. You just need to stop doubting yourself. See your value, and the world will start to recognize it. Appreciate yourself, and you'll start to feel it in how life responds. Give yourself quiet permission to grow, to become what you've always felt inside. You weren't meant to shrink to fit the world. You were made to rise, gently, fully, in your own time.